Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to your 14 rune scope with me. My name is Amanda. I always recommend that you also watch the video for your rising sign if you know it, because that can give you some additional information. Sometimes it may be more accurate for you. It's usually through a combination of the two, your sun sign and your rising sign, with these very general readings that you can get a really good idea of what the month holds for you. So, of course, the only way to get a reading specifically for you and any issues you'd be dealing with is to contact me and schedule one. I do those on Skype. It's $5 for a half an hour session. Drop me a line at the email address floating around in this video or below the video. It's also down there. If you want to set something up, it can sometimes take me a few days to get back to you. Just depends on how many people are ahead of you. So be patient though. I will get back to you, I promise. The last month I did the rune stones instead of the cards and then asked for kind of a vote, and the majority is that people want the stones. So I am going to stick with the stones, but for those of you who like the cards, I am going to also lay down one tarot card for each position. So hopefully that will keep everyone happy. That's generally impossible, but majority rules. So I'm going to do what the people want. So let's see, Cancer, what we have coming up for you. Indeed. A lot. Okay. Let's see where all these want to go. Now let's see what the tarot wants to give us here. Judgment card coming up for a lot of signs. And interesting. So your challenge for the month of September, Cancers, there's a new influence. This could be a person, a new person that's come into your life. But there be some sort, you might be kind of delaying moving forward with this. This could also be a new idea, a new project, anything new that you're starting in. But it does look like you're either maybe waiting to see or taking it slow, waiting to get some more information, because it does look like whatever this is going to be kind of a big deal, your Cancer. So whatever this new influence or new project, new idea is, it's going to be a very positive thing, and I think it feels very positive for you and her. But because this is coming up as your challenge, again, I think there's some kind of apprehension or something. It looks very positive. So, but again, it does look like it's a big change. So I understand the apprehension. We all fear change. It's just natural. Comes naturally to us to fear change, but then a lot of times we're praying for change, and it seems like this is something you've been praying for, Cancer. And maybe now that it's here, now that you see it happening, you're a little like, whoa, I didn't really think about how this would affect me, or I didn't really think maybe about the logistics of this idea, or I didn't really think so if this is an idea, a creative project, or maybe you're going out on your own, starting your own business, and then suddenly you have somebody that wants your services and you're like, whoa, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Yeah, you are. You're ready. Go for it. Any delays, are temporary. So if you do run into glitches or things like that, it's just the bugs being worked out. Try not to get disheartened. Try not to be upset about it. For those of you, if this is a person, whether it's romantic or just a new friend, someone you're getting to know, this can be, definitely make it known that you're interested, but you can still take it slow, but make sure that this person knows that you're onto them or into them, or that you're on the same page, that you like hanging out. If it's a friend, definitely let them know. But there's something in September, Cancer, that can change your life for the positive, but you do have to kind of reach for it. Stepping back and getting some perspective is good, but don't hesitate too long, or pass you by. So definitely, it's your challenge to really kind of jump on that train. You've seen that in movies, people jumping on the train. Or it's gone and you're stuck where you are. So jump on that train, September, Cancer. That's your challenge. Throw caution to the wind. Be fearless. Be fearless. And you know what? Meditation can really help with this. Those of you who do meditate, definitely maybe find one that can, rid yourself of fear, banish fear or apprehension, bring you confidence with decisions. And free meditations can be found all over the internet. I believe there are actually quite a few on YouTube. So yeah, just kind of maybe try that. If you get into a situation and you're like, oh, I want this, but I don't know if I'm ready to reach for it. Use meditation or any tool that works for you to kind of settle fears or allay fear. Because from what I'm seeing, you don't have anything to be afraid about. The only thing you have to be afraid about is not going after this, because then you're going to stay stuck. There's a new beginning going on here. And for a lot of you, I do think this has to do with work. So, I mean, there could be an opportunity for a new job or, maybe going out on your own, going freelance. Maybe you find out that you're being laid off from your job, but it's actually going to be a blessing in disguise. So Cancer, if that happens to you, or if you lose a job, just know it's to make room for what you're either supposed to really be doing or something that's going to be a lot more financially beneficial. Something that seems on the surface negative when it comes to finances is actually going to be a very positive thing. And again, any delays around a creative project, around a new venture are going to serve you in some way. So even though it'd be frustrating at the time, it is not going to continue that way. It's to get you to see something maybe you hadn't seen before, or something that you can add. It'd be something you can add to what you're already doing that's going to make it even more successful. So just know that delays around projects are beneficial, but don't delay too long. Don't delay too long. And anything lost as far as job or finances or anything like that is a blessing in disguise. So don't freak out. Don't freak out. I know that's very hard to do. Been through it myself. But I mean, if you just kind of float and wait to see what's coming, because when that happens, normally the universe has something else planned. If you've been living your life as a decent person, treating others the way they should be treated, and getting back good karma, then you will see a reward. And that's what I'm seeing for most of you here. This is going to this new beginning come with bad news, and that's what I'm getting is some kind of disappointing financial news or something disappointing on the financial front. Or for some of you, this could just be something that needs to be fixed. But the thing is that maybe finding out in time whatever this is that needs to be fixed, and it may be something expensive around the home or your car, or something go wrong with the car and it's an expensive fix. But the thing is, this is saving you from danger in some way. So see it as a rescue. Like, for instance, say something's wrong with your car, it's something serious, and it would have caused you to get in an accident, but you find out about it and you're able to kind of fix it, or, and this is going to rescue you, even though it may not be clear to you. And this is saving you from a situation that could be quite dangerous. So, help that's going to be available to you. I do see your support system. I do see people stepping up to help you. So if you need to borrow some money, if you need somebody to take you, maybe your car's in the shop and you need a ride somewhere. I mean, I do see people, your friends and family kind of coming to your rescue. And I see them being very supportive of whatever this new venture is, whether it's a new relationship, a new creative venture, new job. I see people really willing to help you. And some of these people some people that maybe you wouldn't think would support you. Maybe they've been judgmental of you in the past, or maybe you feel like treated you unfairly in the past. There may be some kind of, reconciliation with someone who before has been just critical of you, or maybe you were critical of someone else. And, but you make it known maybe that you need help, or maybe this person makes it known that they need help. And just because we criticize a lot of people we love sometimes, it's the people closest to us who really see our true colors and see the most of us. And so I'm kind of feeling that kind of situation here, that someone that you're really close to, who kind of knows all your moods and has put up with maybe the sharper side, of your personality, or vice versa, you with them, just know that you can still count on this person if you need them. And, or again, maybe somebody calling you because they need your support or help with something. And it's kind of like all of that will be forgotten or you'll be able to put it aside and really help each other. What can't be changed for her is that, finances actually look really good. So whatever this expense is, whatever this money loss is, what I feel like for a lot of you, this new idea, this new venture has to do with a new job that's going to pay you more, or a new situation that's going to be, in the long term, very beneficial. Now, some of you be moving and it's going to happen. If there are disruptions, delays, if things come out of left field, sometimes there always is, especially with dates, you find that, you have to be out of your place and then you don't have anywhere to stay. And that's where you can call on this support. You have to stay with someone that you've maybe gotten into an argument with, but they're still going to offer you a place to stay. So, call on whoever you have to call on, whether it's your parents or a sibling, even if there have been maybe some difficulties, because they're going to come through for you, or they're going to help you find a place to stay until you get your home. A lot of you seem to be moving into your dream home, or you will find your dream home. And now, for some of you, again, if this is kind of like maybe you are being kicked out of a place, that the apartment that you were living in or the rental that you were living in, and you get the notice that you have to move out in so many days, and that you're freaking out. But this is actually the way this blessing is going to work, is that you're moving into a better place with more space, and one that may even be cheaper, that gives you a little extra money. So it's going to work out in the end, however this is playing out for you in Cancer. So again, try not to stress. I know that's a big change, but it's going to be positive. And I think wherever you're moving to, it does seem more solid, or someplace that you're going to like and want to stay there for quite some time. So it's going to be a positive change, even though the actual changing of it may be a little bit stressful. As far as the end of it, does look like you may be working with a lawyer or a financial advisor and trying to figure out how to save more money or how to conserve more funds. Conserve, maybe getting a loan to streamline if you're not moving and getting a mortgage. Or maybe if you are getting a mortgage, you want to kind of add on a little extra to pay off some things. It does seem like a lot of you will be dealing with, bureaucratic kind of organizations or people who deal with finances or property, and talking about, what's the best deal I can get? What's going to save me the most money? How can I reorganize the finances and free up some more cash because I'm tired of being strapped? And for those of you who have been in a situation like that and are just frustrated with financial things, it'd be very well timed that you do need to hire a financial advisor, and just because it does seem like they would have some really good ideas for you to kind of maybe invest, bring in a little bit more money, but at the same time, free up more or consolidate. And that's another thing. Some of you be just talking to a bank to consolidate everything into a loan, maybe into one loan, maybe student loans, a car loan, putting all that together, figuring out a way so that there's less money going out and you're able to hold on to more. Those of you who do have a job interview, it's going to go very well, but the one sticker point maybe, or the one sticking point may be, they be very stingy with what they're going to pay you. So, you have to go back and forth, because I see you, with the Nine of Pentacles here, it does seem like you will be able, if you go back and forth, to get a pretty decent salary here. So don't be afraid to negotiate. Once they make an offer to you for salary, if you've waited until they, decide to hire you, then before you talk salary, which I always recommend. Wait till you get the offer before you talk salary. And definitely don't put it on those applications. Just put negotiable. A lot of these things online, they won't even let you submit unless you put in that amount, which I don't like. I normally don't bother filling those out. But if you have to, I don't know if there's a way around that. You could put in lower to get your foot in the door, but then kind of be like when they offer it, just say, honestly, I wasn't thinking when I put that. I really need more than that. Make sure you get what you're worth. I do think the interview is going to go very well, and you may be a little hesitant to rock that boat, Cancer. But again, and that may be where this hesitancy comes in. Again, I think you should, bump that up. Start out high, higher than what you want, and then hopefully you'll end up where you need to go. And you have to go back and forth for several times before you get what you want. But you need a certain amount. You need more money. If you didn't need more money, then you wouldn't be leaving this other job, or you wouldn't be meeting with financial advisors, or maybe if you are trying to buy a home, you're going to have to pay probably a higher mortgage or a higher rental payment maybe in the new place. But so you need more money. You need more free money. Actually, I saw you saving money on your home, but you don't want all of that going. You don't want to leave yourself with no money, all that extra. Just take a cut and then not get to enjoy that extra spending money that a lower rent would give you. So, definitely talk to advisors, deal with your finances. Take a look at things, kind of spread everything out and see what's going out, what's coming in, and how you can streamline. If you can roll everything, credit cards and other things, other expenses into one payment with a really low interest rate, if you're paying outrageous interest rates, see what somebody can do for you, because it does look like somebody will be able to help you save money in September. And if you're going for a new job, definitely ask for what you're worth and go back and forth until you get something that you are comfortable with, because everyone should be paid what they're worth. And companies are never going to want to do that. You're going to have to make them do that. So that's what I see, Cancer, for. I do hope that was helpful. Something great starting in for a lot of you. So good luck with that. And I'll see you back here on